Hey, it's me. Welcome to another episode of Rise and Shine. Today is an extra special episode because we're going to be talking about failures. And in this series, we've had some really good responses, so I hope you guys have been watching. You've liked it, you've shared it, and most importantly, you've applied the learnings. In today's episode, we're going to talk about why failure is a good thing. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but stay tuned, you'll see what I mean. Most people fear failure. But what if I told you that every failure is not an end? It's a lesson, a hidden teacher guiding you towards success. Failures are not the opposite of what you want. They are part of what you want. Every successful person, every worthwhile accomplishment, every great achievement has had its share of failures. Failure is a fact of life. It's universal. It's something that happens to all of us. Some people let their failures defeat them. Successful people use their failures to make them better. Successful people don't avoid failure. They learn from it. Every rejection, every mistake is a roadmap to do better next time. You can be like the great inventors, the legendary athletes, the iconic leaders who failed hundreds of times before they became great. But they didn't stop. Think about Thomas Edison. He was trying to invent the light bulb and he tried over and over again, thousands of attempts before it worked. But he didn't stop. He kept learning from his failures and adjusting his approach until he got it right. Or how about Michael Jordan? You know, he missed the winning shot in the NBA Finals, but he didn't quit. He kept practicing, kept learning, kept coming back stronger. He learned from that failure and went on to win 6 championships. When we look at these stories, we realize that failure is not something to be ashamed of. It's something to learn from. Each of our failures is a secret teacher whispering lessons to help us improve. The key is to listen to those lessons. Failure is feedback. When you fail, life is telling you what doesn't work. Successful people don't just ignore this feedback. They pay attention. They analyze their failures, figure out what went wrong and how they can do things differently next time. It's a simple concept, but one that not everyone practices. We live in a world where success is celebrated and failure is often ignored or hidden away. We're afraid to admit when we fail because we think it makes us look bad. But here's the truth. Everyone fails. There is no such thing as a person who never fails. If you're trying to do something new, something challenging, something that matters, then you're going to fail. And that's okay. In fact, it's a good thing. It means you're pushing yourself. You're growing. You're learning. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they deal with failure. Successful people don't let failure hold them back. They use it as fuel to keep moving forward. They know that every failure is a step closer to success. Every mistake is a chance to learn something new. They embrace the journey. They enjoy the process, and they trust that everything will work out in the end. One of my favorite quotes on failure comes from the legendary coach John Wooden. He said, "Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success." If you love what you're doing, you will be successful. This quote reminds us that success is not the end goal. It's the journey, the process, the joy of pursuing our dreams. When we find happiness in what we do, when we find pleasure in the journey, then success becomes a natural byproduct. We don't need to chase success. We just need to chase the happiness, the passion, the purpose that drives us forward. I remember when I first started my channel, I was so nervous every time I hit that record button. I was afraid of what people would think of me. I was afraid of failure. But then I realized that I didn't care about being successful. What I cared about was sharing my message, helping others, making a difference. And so I started focusing on that. I started focusing on the journey, the process, the impact I could make. And success became a natural byproduct. The point is this: don't be afraid to fail. Embrace failure. Learn from failure. Let failure make you better. As the great Mahatma Gandhi once said, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. So rise up, my friends, and conquer your fears. Let failure be your secret teacher. Let it guide you, shape you, mold you into the best version of yourself. Failure is a stepping stone. It's a platform for growth, a launch pad for success. When we fail, we learn what doesn't work. We gain insights into our weaknesses, our blind spots, our areas for improvement. We discover new ways to approach challenges, new strategies to overcome obstacles, new skills to develop. We become more resilient, more adaptable, resourceful. So instead of fearing failure, we should welcome it, celebrate it. Even when we fail, we should ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to make me better? We should analyze our failures, dissect them, figure out what went wrong and how we can do things differently next time. We should be curious about our failures, not ashamed. We should be eager to learn from them, not afraid to admit them. Failure is also a test of our patience, our persistence, our perseverance. It challenges us to stay focused on our goals, to keep moving forward, to never give up. It teaches us that success is not a straight line, that it's a zigzag path filled with ups and downs, twists and turns, twists and hurdles. It prepares us for the unexpected, for the surprises, for the setbacks that life will inevitably throw our way. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. It's the other side of the same coin. It's the dark side of the moon that we must learn to appreciate and understand. For without failure, we cannot truly understand success. Without darkness, we cannot truly appreciate light. Without sadness, we cannot truly feel happiness. Without loss, we cannot truly cherish love. Failure is also a great equalizer. It doesn't matter who you are, what you have, or what you've done. Failure will humble you. It will bring you back to reality. It will remind you that you are not invincible. You are not perfect. You are not guaranteed anything. Failure is a great teacher because it teaches us humility. It teaches us to be grateful for what we have. It teaches us to never take anything for granted. It teaches us to always stay hungry, always stay humble. So the next time you face a challenge, don't be afraid to fail. Be eager to learn. Be excited to grow. Be open to feedback. Be willing to adapt. Be resilient. Be persistent. Be patient. Be humble. Be grateful. Be thankful. Be a student of failure. Make failure your secret teacher. And remember, every failure is not an end. It's a lesson, a hidden teacher guiding you towards success. If you like this episode, please subscribe. Get ready for episode 4 of Rise and Shine, where we talk about why your dreams are closer than you think. See you in the next episode. Until then, go out there and start living the life you were meant to live. So that wraps up today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more episodes of Rise and Shine. And hey, if you're on social media, come join our community. You will find inspiring content and a supportive group of people who are on their own personal growth journeys just like you. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode.